All right. I'm so sorry, y'all. Welcome to No Chaser TV. This is Chase, and this is No Chaser TV. I have Jay and I have Tori B here. I'm laughing because Tori B was trying to like rush to get in the chair and then rush to try to take something to drink. It was just funny to me. It made me bust out laughing. The people are already in the lounge, so we do greatly appreciate you watching from wherever you're watching. The name of tonight's episode is Too Late to Apologize. And so we're going to get into that. Make sure that you guys like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notification bells. Thank you for watching wherever you're watching. Let us know what you're drinking and always let us know what you're thinking right here on No Chaser TV. We do greatly appreciate that. Um, let's just get right on into the episode because yeah. So we start off with the ladies on the way to the, excuse me, we start off with on the way with the ladies on the way to their private jet, and there are multiple cars being taken. Monique says that her home life caused her to act out in various ways during her initial run on the show. That manifested in that, and so she's wondering if the signs that she's seeing in Angel are the same signs because she knows what it felt like to be in that position that Angel is in. Angel says no one knows her husband or her marriage, and she isn't going to allow Monique to shift her experiences on to her. Meanwhile, Giselle is still pissed about the living arrangements that she says Angel has set up, and she says that Angel has failed miserably. Angel says that she has been trying to work on a solve for the issue, and so I don't think that Angel knows that she's walking into an ass kicking, but she found herself there. Before we get there, let's talk about Monique and this lived experience and this shifted experience of it all, and the I know the signs of it all. Um, does anyone want to start? What they think about that?
Um, I've already said her healing journey is a bunch of bullshit. Um, she is not she is not a psychiatrist, a therapist. She is not equipped to diagnose or say what works for somebody else's relationship. She should keep her opinions to herself and mind her own business and work on her own healing. That was not her place. She just met Angel. She does not know Bobby. And the fact that she was being fake and smiling up in Bobby's face and then got the nerve to say what the heck she said about Angel and Bobby's relationship, I pray to God that Angel got her together at the damn reunion. Because there's no way you knew me for 5 seconds and been around me for 5 seconds and you offered up your opinion on my relationship. No, ma'am, no, sir. So Monique could take her opinion about Angel's relationship, which to me just says that it's healthy and considerate, and shove it up her behind.
Okay, no, 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 no.
I said behind.
I wasn't y'all shoving shit. We just started to show y'all shoving stuff out. Like Lord, I just
I didn't say the A word. Sorry.
you're right, Jay. Do you have anything you want to add on this?
I mean, Monique's always been an unhinged weirdo, so I mean, this tracks. I hate that I'm even defending Eeyore, but it was a lot of projection.
I just think that, whatever place it came from, she was overstepping. I don't think that she was coming from um it's just how he looks, Miss 24 EE. I don't know how to explain that. It's just his face. Uh
I had a long night.
so yeah. I was saying like even if it did come from a good place, I think that you should probably get to know the person first. And I think that the thing about people, when they have start like we saw in New York when Luann was like she's no longer drinking, and then she was like calling out everybody, you had a lot of drinks, like girl, back off, like team too much. Like I understand that you are a newly freed woman, but just because you're free doesn't mean that everybody's trapped in the box that you were.
I also feel like she's trying to just rewrite her first run on the show, which
I didn't know.
I think I don't know. It just seems Monique's always been a nut. I don't. She doesn't deserve that much commentary.
I
She
I
is trying to
don't.
rewrite her history. She's a revisionist. Yes, she is. I mean, I acted out like this because I was going through something at home. You have all this money that you spent on Camus, which is very expensive wine, but you didn't never think to go speak to a licensed therapist about what you had going on with Chris, and you decided to stay with him this long, and then you allegedly took this out on Candace. I don't think so. I think she's full of malarkey, and that's me putting it nicely. Um, and she really is not healed. I think I'd venture to say she needs to go speak to somebody and on a regular basis. And I'm not buying that everything that happened that last season is a reflection of what was going on in her relationship. I saw cracks in her relationship when she was on the other network, on
Oh,
the other show.
They reading you about malarkey. Listen, I don't really resonate with that because I'm not saying that people don't take stuff out on you, because I have definitely had things taken out on me that I've not done. Like I didn't do anything to deserve. Like it's not me, and you're taking it out on me. And some people are like that, but everybody's not like that. Like I'm not like that. Like I used to be when I was a child. Like take stuff out on people because of what I was going through, but that was because I didn't have the language to express, and I didn't have the atmosphere and the free. I know that ain't who I think that is. Oh my goodness! Stepped into the lounge. Hey, Doug. Oh wow, Kyra Shaw, attorney at law. Yes. Okay. As I was saying, I didn't have the language because I was like 12, 13, 14, whatever, you know what I mean, years old, and I honestly did not have the space to express how I felt or what I was going through, right? But for me, recognizing that I was taking stuff out on people and just really mean to people, and it had nothing to do with them, it's made me change. So for me, I don't take stuff out on other people. So like if I'm upset with you, it's not because Tori B made me upset. Now you're gonna get it. Tori B gonna get hers and you're gonna get yours too. Just hypothetically speaking, right? Like I'm not that kind of a person. So I don't, even though it was my lived, I guess you could say it's a lived experience. It was like when I was 12 or 13, like, why are you as an adult taking out issues with other people on other people and then projecting those issues onto other people? So you mean to tell me you beat Candace ass because you was going through something with Chris, and now that you've divorced Chris, you have had a healing and an awakening, and now you see that there are signs between Angel and her husband, whom you haven't filmed but even a handful of times, if that, and the word that set you off was watch.
It's a ploy to sell her bullshit journey and some books. And so that's all I'm gonna say. It's a grift. You could believe it if you want to, but I'm not buying none of it.
Oh, I don't either. I think it's very fake. But
Okay.
Monique's whole time on the show was, I think she would have to admit that she was being fake and a liar for 4 seasons, and she doesn't want to have to do that.
But
But
guess
she,
what? I'm sorry, I
what?
didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I mean, I was just gonna say, like, she created this whole bullshit character for herself, and
I
then
would
when it
accept that.
exploded, but she's not. I don't. She's not woman enough to be like, hey, this is what I was playing. She started the pandering to the fans. She was one of the originators of that. And then she did all that to because everyone didn't like Giselle and didn't like Robin. It was convenient for her. And now she's trying to backpedal and do, and I do think she probably has been, you know, maybe doing some work on herself, but it's not to the extent that she's saying. Like
And I'm
ultimately,
only going to push back on one part. I don't know so much if the Robin thing was necessarily social media influence, but social media had nothing to do with why she didn't like Giselle. Giselle started with that lady first.
mm, still her responses were very much, I read the comments and I'm saying what the people want me to say.
Somebody need to let her ass know
Even
it.
if Giselle started with her, it was still her persona was bullshit.
All right. Gisella's still pissed about their living arrangements, as we mentioned. So the ladies are now on the private jet, and Angel starts off by apologizing. And Giselle yells, "It's too late to apologize." Like, just yell, "Too late, too late." As she's sitting on the private jet that girl is furnished for the people. Excuse me. Wendy says no one pretended to care. No one even offered a car to Angel's house to take a shower. And Giselle says it's fucked up. Angel owns she could have reached out, but she was trying to fix it as she was in fix it mode. They then let Tia and Kay have it as well for Tia and Kay trying to advocate for Angel. And they told them up too. Tia says that she woke up to Angel crying and panicking. And so her immediate need was assisting the host to put her in those swanky accommodations. Angel says she should have called. She tried the Four Seasons, but it didn't. She wasn't able to get a booking. Giselle says, "Don't you think I did that?" Angel says, "No, because it's not your responsibility. So why would I have thought that?" And Giselle says, "Well, I got accommodations at the Four Seasons." They also say Monique's face was swollen, and Angel says that she had the property managers try and get out there to fix the situation, but Giselle continues to let her have it. Kiana feels like this isn't their first rodeo with shitty accommodations, and Angel says that she found a house, and the girls shut that down, and they opt to stay with Giselle instead, and they're doing that big one. Kiana wants to lighten the mood and have a toast, and Stacy starts yelling at Kiana. The ladies cheer Giselle for saving the trip. That scene was intense. That scene was uncomfortable. That scene was unnecessary. I feel like Wendy had a point. Even though the accommodations are not your fault, you could have checked on us and tried to help us out. As a host or a hostess, I would have checked on the people to make sure they were okay. And then when I hear that they're not okay, okay, we're going to fix it mode. Now you have to communicate with people. People don't know that you're working on a fix if you don't communicate with them, Angel, that you're working on a fix. And I get that some people immediately go into fix it mode, immediately spring into action, which is a great quality and a great trait to have. But you also have to, when you're hosting, be an excellent communicator. And I hate that the trip is going down this way. It's feeling like a double sabotage, a triple sabotage. The girls are sabotaging her. I feel like the production team is sabotaging her, and I feel like Angel is sabotaging herself. I think there is no room for error, and I honestly feel like the accommodations that were bad, any other cast wouldn't have handled them this way to this degree and this extent. They would have been like, "We're not staying here. Y'all need to get us somewhere else to stay," and that would have been it. But they drug Angel, they drug it, and they were look. I just feel like every little thing that they did, they nitpicked it and tore it apart. While they was sitting on their girl's jet, and Angel is a better bitch than I'll ever be. I was gonna not say bitch, but you're a better bitch than me because I would have said I don't give a damn what you got. You and your unwashed box, get your ass off my jet now, and you can walk to Aspen. As a matter of fact, trip over with. The one thing I don't like, you can do right, you can do wrong. You can be right and you can be wrong. But you can't never talk to me like I'm your child. That's never going to work. I don't give a damn if you right and you got the point and Jesus gave you the point himself. You better relate into what would Jesus do? He wouldn't cuss me out and neither will you. Got me fucked up. I did not like that. They had points. They were absolutely correct. Wendy was upset with her, but when she was relaying her point, it was still with a tone of upset and condescending. She was condescending. Don't get me wrong, but she was. It just was like the way Giselle talks to people. I don't give a fuck, and it's even harder to watch because Giselle did not bring up, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, you didn't do this. She piggybacked off of when Wendy said it. She was hollering about that house still, and we all know that girl did not book that house. And who advertises a house that says, hey, the water don't work over here, please book me? Nobody. Those are things that happen, and as they happen, you figure it out. I just feel like production realized that this was a shit show, and they were like, "This is going to be the most entertaining that this trip is going to be. Let's see how far we can push the envelope." That's what I honestly feel. I feel like she was set up, and I feel like she set herself up. I feel like she did a horrible job. She did not do great communicating. She did not do great steering or leading the trip. But she was defeated. She's been defeated since Potomac and Ponies, to be honest with you, and that's
Yep.
been like what, episode 9. She's been defeated for quite a while, and
When
I
did they go to
honestly,
Nevis?
she went to, yeah, well, they went to Nevis, but she kind of like bounced back from Nevis a little bit because they left her alone a little bit to hop back on Stacy.
You
But when
think
they
so?
hopped on Stacy, they hopped right back onto her. So yeah, she's
The
been,
crying was enough for me to say she was over it.
huh?
When she cried, she was over it then.
Where in Nevis?
Hmm.
Or that she wanted to quit. It looks like she wanted to quit in Nevis. I don't have any intel to that, but I'm just saying it's just the way that Giselle was speaking to her. That shit was cringeworthy and uncomfortable to watch. And I understand that people need the harsh truth, but people need the harsh truth from people that they fuck with. If you don't fuck with me, you can't deliver me no harsh truth. You need to watch who you're talking to. I didn't like anything about it, right, wrong, or indifferent. What did y'all think? Because that was disgusting to me. I don't like. It's obvious this girl is out of her league. It's obvious this girl is out of her depth right now on this show. She's a smart woman. I don't think that she is not capable. I think that she is all of those things. But some people genuinely are not built for this bullshit. Because when you break it down, when you break reality television down, when you break what's happening right now down, this is a bunch of bullshit. This does not happen in real life. This is a bunch of bullshit. And I can understand how a person could be overwhelmed, and then you got some crazy lady yelling at you about some shit that is out of your control and some shit that is in your control, but she's being nasty. It was a lot. I didn't like it. I just didn't like none of it. I'm sorry, y'all. Go ahead.
I loved it. I loved it. I mean, sure, a pylon is not whatever, but I'm gonna say it again. Get in the fucking field and work. So what? A bitch cuss at you, cussing them back. Like I need these women to grow up. Like I don't care. Love the scene. I
Two
do think
things.
Kate is a horrible friend, though. Sorry.
Yes, I agree. And everybody's saying that in the comments. I'll get to her later. I ain't gonna drag her now. I'll drag Kay later. Two things can be true. Angel is a horrible communicator, and I'm putting myself in their shoes. No water is an absolute no for me, right? I understand all of that, and I also understand that production books the accommodations. Angel was wrong for not immediately after finding out what happened communicating with the women and asking if what's happening, etc., etc. That does not give Giselle the license to talk to that woman in that way. Number one. Number two is y'all heifers ain't never been on a PJ. Not on this show. And Angel got you on there. So obviously she ain't no she got more money.
You ain't around the house.
You're like, y'all ain't never been on a PJ on this show. And then you get on her PJ and then show your whole entire ass, Giselle. It was no reason for her to talk to her like that. You could be upset. You could say I'm taking over because this is unacceptable. There's all types of things she could have said. That was disgusting. That's mean girl. That's nasty. And I'm sorry. You being pretty and having pretty green eyes does not justify it being okay. Actually planned a worse trip to me. But okay.
Well, and then you got to talking about you ain't take no bad. You took whatever you took. Angel better than me. I would have said, and you know what? You can get your unwashed ass off my jet. I wouldn't have played with that. It would have been no way. It would have been, and production wouldn't have been able to talk me into it. Get them now. You can get them to Aspen. As a matter of fact, I was watching it like, why didn't they just have the trip in Aspen in the
Yeah,
first?
I was thinking that.
She should have. She should have just
Just
planned the
have the
trip.
trip in Aspen. You know, do a night where the girls come to your house and they spend the night. You know what I'm saying? And then you invite who you want to. You invite who you don't. It's a lot of different ways that this trip could have went down. That for me, it felt like they were playing on a rookie's ignorance to the game
I
because it
think
didn't have to be like this. The trip didn't. It didn't have to go like this. I think when you're a producer, right? You're looking for what's salacious, what's going to be juicy, what's going to get story, right? And so sticking them girls an hour out in a dump that they may not have known was a dump, but once they found out was a dump, we're gonna book them something, but keep it just a little bit longer to just make sure they, like they used to do back to the Atlanta Housewives. They would say like, they would be. I remember the waiter who worked at one of the restaurants that they worked at said that they ordered food, and the producers purposely told the people at the restaurant, "Don't give them that food. Wait, we'll tell you when to give them the food." So the girls waited for hours for the food till they got the scene that they needed to get, right? And then by the time they were pissed off with each other, they were angry, they were hungry. You know what I mean? Like that stuff used to happen all the time back in the day. So like, I just I know when I could, I smell a heavy
sabotage.
handedness, huh?
Sabotage.
Yeah, it's just like a heavy handedness. I don't even know if it was purposely to sabotage Angel. It just did not work out in her benefit. I feel like it was overly produced when they already don't like each other. So just put them somewhere nice and let them fight.
I think the other part of that is she was trying to showcase her business that she was launching.
Oh, I hate that because they
So
kept yelling about her business.
yeah,
Oh,
so I will see that in the next episode. But
so
like,
bad.
I just think she was trying to show the reason why they went to Colorado,
No, that's why.
other than her not being able to secure a house within
Oh,
that time so she could get out the rental, was also because she wanted to showcase
I hate that. Wonderland.
Wonderland. And so it just went really left. Um it's just very unfortunate, but um I Angel, this is I might not care too much for Angel, but it's still wrong, and it was very mean girlish.
Read
Um,
this for me.
but the girls had to take accountability for those bad moments when it was production. That
But
was
that's the
from
thing,
Kay.
right? We should just stop that altogether. We're grown. We all know. Cut the crap. I'm not going to pretend anymore.
They need to grow some thick skin. I'm gonna keep saying this. Like, I
That
think that
too.
that's
No,
my issue.
absolutely.
And that's
Angel definitely needs tougher skin, but still, like that was. Don't talk to me like that.
That was crazy.
maybe because I'm not thin
I'd have
skinned.
socked her.
I think because I'm not thin skinned, it doesn't bother me. Like, if you want to cuss, we can cuss at each other, and then we'll be fine. Like, so what? I feel like I say this every week. I don't care that Giselle's a bully. It's fine. Be a bully back. Bully a bully. Giselle, she understands that she's here to work. And I think she gets tired of the people not willing to work with her. Get your check, cause some foolishness, and let's go about our business. We only do this 3 months out of the year. Like, I just don't understand why we get so up in arms about this.
Good take, David. David said, if that's the case, to get tougher skin for not having water.
Yeah, right.
And they could. But I mean, look, two things can be true. They definitely went in a little bit too hard on little Miss Eeyore. I will admit that. But it happens.
I don't
Ooh,
know about.
that's a
I don't
good
know about
take.
that.
That's a
Okay.
good take. Love, love, love.
Go ahead and say it, Torby. You were dying to say it.
Giselle doesn't work. She antagonizes people but provides no personal story. I wholeheartedly agree with that.
Is that not her work? Like,
Then
let's
that's
cut
part
the shit.
time work, and she
Let's
deserves a
cut the
part time
shit.
role.
This is what Giselle does. This is what she excels at. This is what she likes. She's
Boo.
been
I
doing
don't
it
want
10 years.
manufactured storylines though. I don't want that.
Boo.
I thought that
Boo.
takedown of Chris that season was horrendous.
Oh my gosh, was it? It wasn't even that big of a deal.
It is if the man was losing jobs over it, it was.
Absolutely. That's what I just said. Part-time work deserves part-time pay, diva. Thank you.
What happened? She'll always be full time until
Thank
she
you.
decides.
And this show will always be full of it. Now let's go ahead and move on, divas. Let's move on. The ladies land in Aspen and go to eat at the restaurant, which does not have any whiskey, and the girls are like, by the way, did Stacy eat her contacts?
She did.
Weirdo.
Monique says it can't get any worse, but she won't be going on any other trips that Angel provides. So she'll make do with what she's got on this one. It reminded me of when Demetria McKinney read Phaedra Parks, and Phaedra said, please don't invite me nowhere else, child. Yeah, my cousins always say that after like a crazy night where we be out, and it just be like, why, you know. We be like, please don't invite me nowhere else, child. Jazzy admits that she told Angel about the conversation she had with Wendy and Monique about Angel. Monique says she doesn't want her to get to the point where she explodes, and she knows what it took for her to get to that point. Angel says that that isn't her experience, and her husband actually likes her. I'm sorry.
I just would like to so that's two people I would fast forward through. Ashley and Monique.
Okay, well, hold on. I'm not done. Oh, put the one. No more. You cut off. Make that your last sip. Let's see what it's going. Angel uses the verb watch because it's a respect thing. Jazzy says it was concerning for her, and Kiana says, well, why was it so concerning? And Jazzy says because the way Monique shared her experience and related it back to Angel, it made me concerned because I didn't want those things to manifest with Angel. And basically, it was y'all picking on her, y'all bullying her, y'all doing too much. She's gonna end up snapping and beating one of y'all ass. That's what I picked up from it.
And then I don't blame
her man ain't doing enough, and y'all doing too much. Giselle asks, why didn't Angel secure childcare? Like, Wendy wants to know why Jazzy told Angel, and Jazzy says because her and Angel are friends. They say if Angel and Jazzy are so close, why wasn't Jazzy selected to be in her home? Jazzy tells Tia that she got in by default, and she also says, use your brain. And Tia's like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm at the house and you're not, so use your brain. And Jazzy says that she honestly feels like Kiana told Angel to pick Tia over her if there was not enough room because Kiana does not, under any circumstances, it appears, fuck with a Jazzy. All right, so go ahead. What you guys think about that part of the lunch?
I like Jazzy because I don't find her to be. Let me not say I don't find her to be unintelligent because I think she's probably intelligent. I like her ditziness. It's like she's just a little stupid.
Are you serious?
Not like stupid, but like a little loopy, deliciously ditzy. But I am entertained by Jazzy. I do. I like her.
Oh my god.
Even when she don't make sense.
I mean, I can see Tia. I can see Kiana telling Angel, girl, if it's got to be between one of them, it's got to be Tia because I ain't fucking with Jazzy. I can see that.
She means well. I mean, I think she's also looking for a moment all the time, but Jazzy's just so harmless to me.
I mean, I don't see anything wrong with Jazzy telling her what was said. I don't. Y'all all talk behind each other's backs. Giselle, your messy ass does the same thing, but you didn't like the fact that Jazzy did it. But you early in the season, you told Wendy, oh, what's the name? Angel said she got smoke with you. How is it not the same thing?
That's why I said she doesn't make sense, and I enjoy it because she really, in her mind, think that she's a little bit more clever than how it plays out.
Either way, Giselle's full of shit. The rest of them, you know, what's her name? Monique was like, "Oh, I wanted to tell her myself." Yeah, well, you should have. You've been in this space before, Monique. Why didn't you, instead of talking to the women about this, pull Angel aside and say, "Hey, just curious. I'd rather you pull me aside and address me than to go and repeat this stuff in front of people and it come back to me from the other ladies. I'm sorry." But, again, the Tia and the Jazzy of it all was funny. I was kind of here for it. I absolutely think Kay got in Angel's ear and said, "Bring Tia instead of her." So, a little shade, a little fun at the table, whatever, whatever. Jazzy spilled the tea. Too bad. It got back to her, and I'm glad Angel said that's not the situation with me and my household. So it is what it is.
All right. Wendy tells Angel to stand on business. If you didn't want us in your house because you don't like us, you should have just said that. Angel denies that that's what happened, and she gets chomped up again. Ashley and Monique tried to give Angel a pep talk about how to show up and control the situation. The ladies finally arrive at Kimosabi, and Stacy is being nice to Tia, and Tia is confused as to what the hell is going on. Kiana talks to Angel, and she says that she's taking on Angel's feelings, and she is listening to Angel, but not seeing Angel um, express those feelings that she's expressing to her to the group, and it's pissing her off. Angel says the way she has been treated doesn't make her feel comfortable coming back to Maryland at this point, as the ladies are dedicated to misunderstanding her.
We're pausing there.
Yeah. I mean, Wendy's absolutely correct though.
She
Just
is.
say you don't like us. Let's respect that. At least I'd be like, okay, we're working with something here. I wholeheartedly agree with Wendy on that. If you don't like us, say you don't like us. In the words of the legend Nene Leaks, if you was the right kind of bitch, you say I ain't going what you got because I don't want to.
That's my issue with Angel and this whole, oh, I want to get to know the ladies. I want to, bond. You don't care about these women. So stand on it. Even when they were in the car at the beginning of the episode and then she was talking about the sleepover and rolled her eyes. You didn't want to be there. So stop. Oh, I just want to, they can get to know me and, we can go fly fishing. Cut the shit, Eeyore. I loved her look though. I liked the all black. That
Would you
was
not call her that no more, please?
sad.
I'll take that.
Bobby's World.
I'll take that. I would be Bobby's world too, honey. Do you see him? Um, um, I was gonna say if you Angel can dress, go on that Instagram.
Oh,
She
she
be in
she
the
has a
pieces.
nice style.
Baby, she can dress now. I give her that. Go, she be in the pieces, and the pieces don't be on her. She's one of the best dressed women on Potomac.
Monique must have lost her fashion sense in the divorce because I don't know
Oh, I
what.
don't know what she be having on, child, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Tori B, what did you think about let's see, Kiana saying that, hey,
Kiana and
listen, girl, you wanna back the hell up a little bit?
okay, got it.
I'm gonna back the hell up off of me, okay? Thank you. Well, girl, just do what you want to do at this point. What you think about it?
Kiana and
Kiana, no, I'm joking. Go ahead.
I'm not buying this bullshit that Kiana and Angel were friends for 20 years. If I had a friend for 20 years and she waited after the dog pile I was I was in and then addressed me on the side, you're not my friend. There's no way I would leave a friend of 20 years to be dog piled like that. There's no way. Y'all gonna back up off my friend. She admitted, she apologized. Now chill the hell out. Giselle, calm down. But then again, Kay is booty licking just like Wendy, booty licking behind Giselle. And so the way I look at it, and I really believe I don't think Bobby really cares for Kay either. I she's not anybody's friend. I'm sorry. I don't know what exactly happened between her and Wendy. And I don't think we really got to the root of it. And you can say Wendy's fake and all that, but the energy that she gave, even in that beef, was so unwarranted. If we're cool, just have a conversation and be like, I didn't like this. I didn't like that. But the energy was just too much. And for me, there's no way I can call you a friend of 20 years and you just let me just drown like this in front of everybody. And you do not. And to me, you was fighting other people battles with Sesame Street more than you fighting for your friend Angel of 20 years.
I think she knows how much of an embarrassment Angel has been on the show, and she's slowly trying to distance herself. Because I mean, look at it. Like I was surprised that she got to bring someone on, this early on in her Bravo career. So it's just like you bring a girl on. I'm pretty sure she was excited with Karen being gone, thought that she was going to be able to have some footing in the group. But then you bring on who is quite possibly the worst housewife across any city in the history of Bravo. It doesn't look good for you. And it's not even like, oh, okay, they don't really, gel with her. They genuinely don't like her. So I think Kay is just like, well, shit, you're not making it good for me. I'll, keep it cute so I don't look like a real horrible person, but I'm not going to waste my time and energy for somebody who's just not going to get it. Now, I think if Angel started to get it, then maybe Kay would defend her more. But it's like, why am I picking up all this dead weight? For what?
I do think that that's probably what it is. She was telling her in code, "You're telling me you need to tell them, but I can't go to bat for you if you're not going to bat for yourself." I
Angel
do
is
think that
very
Kiana
emotional.
she is very emotional. I do think that there are opportunities for Kiana to jump in and say something, but the times that she's attempted to jump in and say something, they've shut that down. She attempted to change the lighten the mood, they shut that down. Stacey was not going for that lighten the mood shit. You know what I mean? Like, so she hasn't done a great job. She hasn't advocated as much as I would have thought she would. Like, honestly, I would have loved for her to have the energy that she had with Wendy in this situation right now in regards for Angel. That's what I would have looked for from Kiana, for her to
Or the
like be
energy
like,
she
I
had
ain't
for
nobody
Stacey.
shut me up. You get what I'm saying? I don't give a damn. Why are y'all talking to her like that? It's obviously not her fault. But then you also have to understand if you're putting yourself on the other side of the fence's shoes. I really don't want to hear nothing about nobody taking up for somebody who's living in the lap of luxury and I can't watch my chocha.
I get that as well. But
But
if
my friend ain't going out like that. My friend ain't going out
I'm
bad like
not
that.
gonna let my friend go out like that. I'm sorry.
But I
Even
think that she wants, not once, but I think that her friend is going. She is stepping back and distancing and disassociating herself from that because Kiana actually wants to be there.
I just said that she booty licking Giselle. I absolutely
I'm
said
reading that it's 100 and I don't know how to meet you running it from no Chase TV, but that's interesting. So that's cool. Oh,
oh,
Ooh,
what happened?
I don't know what he's what you doing to MCO?
child, I thought the rapture happened.
What the MCO got going on? Okay.
Turn the
Well,
lights on.
turn the lights off. Mm-mm. But I think that we're seeing Kiana is coming off it like I want to be here, and I don't think you want to be here, and I'm not gonna sacrifice my relationships on the show that keep me tethered to be in this experience if it has anything to do with like my control or in my oh
Demisio said he's not doing that. I think it's the app.
okay
He said I ain't do that. It's not.
oh it's weird, but she's not willing to sacrifice her relationships for a maybe. The girl said that she probably wasn't coming back to Potomac after after this. We all know she has a house in Potomac now, but at this point in the game, she was acting like she didn't think she was coming back to Maryland. So I kind of see the thought process. However, I don't know if I am 100% solidly behind it.
I mean, ultimately, you have to want to be a housewife. The people who do well in these shows, whether they're Giselle and everybody hates it, you have to want to be here, want to be in this chaos, or else it's going to show. And I think she just doesn't. And I mean, look, do I like her? Absolutely not. But I think it's okay that she is not. This isn't the place for her. You got a good life, family. Go on, just go with God.
I will say I do think that if it's not for you, that's okay. I do. But I think it is for her. I do. I just think that she had a hard time balancing who she is and who this show is going to require her to be.
Yep.
Those two people do not align, and the ideology behind the show and who she is as a person conflicts. And so, in order for her to thrive on this show, she has to be someone that she can be, but she does not want to be, because we've seen it in little instances. You know what I mean? It's there. It's just her resolving with the fact that, oh, okay, I got to be like this all the time. Like, damn, I think that's overwhelming. But unfortunately, even though I think that the show structure at this point is a bunch of bullshit, and I think it could be more real. Like, I feel like these girls could bring it in a real way as opposed to what we're getting. That is the structure and the nature of this friend group, bullshit aside. So either you're gonna play by the rules and then change them, or you're gonna go ahead and sit on the bench, baby. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm gonna tell you this, Angel. Run. If you want your marriage, I don't think you could have a good marriage and be on this show. I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay.
They want a piece of her marriage. They already coming
Yep.
for it.
Yep.
They
So
hate to see her,
happy,
listen. Well, they hate to see her wealthy. That's what the girls hate.
wealthy, yes. And
That dirt. They don't like
that's
that. I don't give a damn what y'all say about
clock it.
Monique. I don't
Yep.
give a damn what y'all say about Monique. Fake, phony, flogging, finessing, whatever you want to say about Monique. The fact that she was tethered to Chris's wealth in that way,
They did not
a
like
lot
it.
of girls couldn't take. I ain't gonna name no
Yep.
names, but a lot of the girls couldn't take. And that's just that on that.
Well, one of them is Giselle. But anyway,
I don't agree.
anyway, Angel, I wish you the best. And guess what? If you want your marriage, you cannot stay on this show. I'm sorry. And there was I think it was Cammie Crawford who did an interview, and I guess she's from the DMV area. Jay, you can, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
She said Potomac has asked her mother so many times to be on there. She confirmed this. And she was like, they wanted me to come on there with my mother, and we absolutely said no. They have a hard time casting for this show because people in the area will not do it. And there you go. So I just feel like it is really hard to cast this show, and the people who are on there or want to be on there are not women of integrity, allegedly.
Oh,
And
okay.
I would also say that because of what Sharice said in her interview with Carlos King. And
Excuse
she
me.
made that point, which is, I'm a real chick, and I wanted to have real stories, and I wanted it to be about etiquette and what Potomac really is about. And it did not go that way. And that's probably the reason why Sharice, amongst other reasons, is not on the show anymore. Even though she was the one who gathered the girls for the show and got them casted.
I'm not convinced about Angel's marriage that it's all sunshine and roses. I'm not.
I don't think anybody's marriage is.
I don't think it is, but still.
I'm not saying like they have to be perfect, but across all of these cities, a common theme that we've heard of these last 20 years is these women, when they realize that their marriages are starting to go south, they look at reality TV as a way to either speed up the demise or start looking for something on their own. I'm not saying that her and old boy are near divorce. I don't think that at all. But I, even though I was saying before, Monique is an unhinged loser. I think that she definitely understands the image that she put out, and that's technically Angel's putting out the same image. Like it's just everything is just I'm a healed woman. I'm fulfilled. I'm like, because I feel like you have to say it so much. If you have to constantly say it and remind us, you may be trying to convince yourself.
All right, Sean, I like the Housewives of DC too. I just actually binge watched that a couple of weeks ago. It was so fucking good. That show was really good. Really good. Because it was smart, you know? They could have
Art and reality TV don't go on the same
that
sentence.
show was interesting. It was compelling. The arguments were layered. The arguments were also frivolous and but still like they just it was a really good show. And I don't know, I don't know if that's the state of reality television now that it's so good, but I liked it. I watched it when it came out first season. I was a big fan of DC when it came out back then. So I've always liked DC. I hate that they did not do a second season. But the girls refused to work with Mikkel, and I thought that they had enough building blocks that they could have, but also um, work with Mikkel and keep doing the show. I'm sorry. That's how Bravo didn't play about their girls, baby. You don't want to work with her, we ain't got to do the shit no more. Bring that Bravo back. Um, Ashley and Monique trying to give Angel a pep talk about how to show up and control the situation. Like, even for Ashley to recognize in the moment, girl, like that's kind of like a tell of how bad it was. And that's only what we saw. I'm sure it was worse. I'm sure it was worse. All right, the ladies finally arrive at Kimosabi. So Kay told Angel that. We move forward from there. Ashley gets behind the bar and mixes up some drinks. She makes a pink coochie. The lady says, now where are pink? And Monique says that she's strictly dickly. Now the girls balled out at Kimosabi, all except for Monique and Stacy and Wendy. Stacy says that she is not rich, so she didn't buy anything, but she says she also knows how to stay rich and buy keychains when she's on trips. Wendy spent $250 on her child daughter's earrings, although everybody else spent, a decent amount of change at Kimosabi. Monique says that she brought her finance up in there, and I think she had on chaps. Is that what that was?
Tacky. It looked like it came off Amazon. I'm good.
I don't know what it was, but girl,
well,
she should have gotten alimony. Told you.
I was gonna say, go on, get back with Chris, child. I hate to say it.
You don't want her at this point. You don't want her either.
My God.
Wait, well, where's all the stuff you bought when is it in storage? She needed to go in that storage and get her stuff.
Yeah, she said a lot of stuff was in storage, but I wanted to ask, a lot of people are saying that scene was tacky, but it reminded me of like old school Housewives where they would talk about their wealth and they would talk about how much money they spent. And that was like one of the reasons why you watch, because at the time before we got to get so much insight into reality television, and it was still somewhat, that concept was still somewhat fresh.
It was tacky.
That was a part of the reason why we watched, was to see these girls spend money. Kim bought an Escalade the first episode. Deshaun Snow moved into her multi-million-dollar mansion on the first episode. Nene, Lisa Wu, Sheree. But also, Lisa Sheree was in a mansion waiting on her 7-figure settlement from Bob Whitfield. Like, we were sold that these girls had money and they didn't have a problem with spending it on camera. So to me, it didn't bother me. But I know a lot of people like you, Torby, found it to be tacky, I guess.
They stood in a circle and said, I spent this much. That was not Housewives. It was, maybe it came up on a screen how much money they spent. Maybe it came up on a register how much money they spent. But to stand in a circle,
I didn't understand the point of it.
$1,000. By the way, I don't care if Giselle got her second hole. Why are we seeing that? I don't care. Anyway, I digress. Why are y'all standing in a circle disclosing how much money you spent? I think that was the corniest, most immature Especially at this big age, y'all doing that goofy shit. Are you serious? I'm good. After you done got off a PJ? No,
What?
absolutely.
Remove the comment, Demisio. I'll tell you what I honestly think it was. I think it was the only way Kimo Sabe was gonna let them black girls film up in there if they didn't do an
That's what
infomercial.
I think Kimo Sabi probably asked him to do it. I mean, I saw the comments. I did think it was a little weird, but
It was just
honestly,
random.
yeah, it was random. But I mean, look, they actually that was like the one time where everyone was having fun. So, if it was a little cringy, like Bobby's World was so happy to show off how much money she spent, like, listen, everybody, it's so dark, it's so toxic, but they had fun. Just let them have it.
I brought my financing here. I'm like, girl.
Does it come with a receipt? No, I'm joking. I don't care what y'all
What
say. I
I
love Monique.
liked, my favorite part of that scene was when Wendy was like, "I'm so rich, my kids are rich," and Stacy looked at her like, "Are you?"
That ain't gonna age well, Wendy. What the heck? Girl.
Speaking of which, I know that you tried to tell Kiana this week, but it looks like Kiana may have been right next week. I don't know.
About what?
Hmm. Well, about Wendy again, but Wendy has shown this season a couple of times where Kiana was right. So
She booty looking. I done gave up on Wendy. I don't once you start
what?
once you start booty licking Giselle, I done gave up on you. After you told her if these cameras wasn't here, I'll whoop your ass. And
That
then
was
you
after
go,
she told Monique that Monique set black woman back by fighting on camera, but then she threatened to whip another woman ass on camera.
And
well,
here
one
I
was
am
her
liking
friend and the
that.
other one wasn't.
I like
So
Wendy this season too, though. So that's weird. That's funny how that works, right, J Day? I wasn't a big Wendy fan, and this season I found it to be her best season so far.
Did her
Even though
face,
I think, huh?
y'all? Did her face look different?
I'm not doing it.
No.
Mauricio pulls up.
Because she actually looked more like her first season. Like, and it's something. It just, I looked at her. I was like, she looks a little different. Not in a
Maybe she
bad
was doing Botox filler and stop. I think that's what they say, right? Like if you don't do it for a while, it'll like go, it'll dissolve,
it'll
right?
dissolve, yeah.
So maybe that's what it is.
Maybe
She
she
looked good.
dissolved.
She looked very good. I like that long dark hair on her.
Whatever money she got, she bought the right clothes, child. You been throwing that shit on. I give her that.
Giselle says Monique is on hard, huh?
I said, if you got 40 debit cards, I mean,
Giselle says Monique is on hard times now that she
Allegedly.
now that she isn't with Chris because she used to spend her some money, child, and they show a montage of her spending a bunch of money and then show her a montage of how she looking at that event. Now Mauricio pulls up and the girl and all
Giselle,
the girls
go on road, Giselle. I know you ain't talking, child.
Mauricio pulls up and the girls get moist. Giselle says that she would have done the horizontal polka with him, but she's backing off out of respect for Kyle Richards. Stacy says that she is going to put Ashley on with Mauricio so she can get her off her ass. Giselle says that he's off limits. Stacy and Jazzy encourage it. Ashley says she hasn't seen the homegirl side of Stacy ever, so this is interesting. Stacy and Ashley go following behind Mauricio and Giselle shuts it down. She calls them a hot mess. Giselle says we can't do this because of Kyle, and Ashley finally relents. And but Ashley was not a fan of Giselle calling them a hot mess in front of Mauricio and blowing up the spot. Now, I did find it interesting that out of all the people who were pushing for Stacy, I mean not Stacy, but Ashley to talk to Mauricio, it was Stacy and Jazzy, considering what we've heard about their relationships,
Mm.
whether it's true or not. I just found that to be interesting. Like, go get him, girl. Go get him, girl. Fuck that. We don't care nothing about Kyle.
I said it.
You see what I'm putting down? You picking up what I'm putting down?
Stacy slowly lets her slip fall. And I enjoyed Stacy this episode. Like, I like when she's just being silly and whatever. But so I don't think she realized that she tells on herself. But that's another one came in with this constructed reality, and then when you start I think she is a lady of the town, allegedly.
Oh
Like
yeah.
Giselle said on Watch What Happens Live.
Yep, I was about to say that. Watch What Happens Live was a little telling. But anyway, I also forgot to mention, Ashley is a little too hypersexual for me. It's a little.
Not you slut shaming.
I'm not slut shaming. I'm not slut shaming. That was a little bit too much for me.
You don't like that she leaves with her box.
It's too much. We get it. You like girls and boys. It's nothing wrong with fluidity. I have no problem with that. But shoving it down our throats every chance you get is kind of annoying now.
Let me ask you this: were you a fan of OG Roni?
Oh, I
Oh yeah,
love
those are
Sonia
freaked out
Morgan.
girls.
And,
Yeah,
So what's the difference though between them and Ashley?
Ashley, to me, I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah,
First of all, Jackson was on Watch What Happens Live last night with Andy and Giselle. To
yes.
me, my thing is, and I said this when she first disclosed the whole thing about her and Jackson and their little tryst. Okay. I said that boy was raised with some integrity and some manners, and I'm pretty sure he just does not like kissing and telling. And Ashley decided because she didn't have anything else to talk about on this season to bring this up. This is 2 years old. And Mia came in and wrote in the comment section, says she told people 2 years ago and nobody cared. What I'm saying to you is, if you are so concerned with consent, because that was the first thing Ashley said in her little video when she
And
talked about
nobody
it.
mentioned consent. I'm confused as to why.
yeah, that was weird.
Oh, do you think she mentioned consent? Because people were pointing out that Potomac is now 10 years ago. He's like 27 or 28. So he
Yeah,
was very possibly 16, 17, 18 when she met him. And so the fact that she knew her co-star's son as a child and then she jumped on it, people were trying to say that that may have allegedly been somewhat predatory. I think it's hard to gauge though, right? Because just because you know someone, and I'm not taking up for Ashley at all. You know, I have worn her out about this 3 or 4 times, y'all. If y'all just watch it for the first time, I have worn Ashley's ass out about this. All I'm saying is, how do you know that a person was thinking of someone in that way or that it just happened? Now, the only thing that I have to go off of to connect the dots would be that Giselle said that Ashley, excuse me, that Sharice will call Ashley her daughter-in-law. So that means that this is not something that was new. We just don't know when it started. But I mean, you know, for me, and this is why I had the comment up there earlier about Ashley doesn't know Kyle or whatever it is. It is to me hypocritical for Ashley to make a majority of her conflict this season about going ahead and making sure that it was out that Stacy went on a date or
with
kicked
Chris.
it or just hung around with Chris. Hold on, wait, let me finish. Hung around with Chris. And I also feel like at a certain point, it became so much, not so much about exposing Stacy for doing it because it was out, right? Excuse me, exposing Stacey for doing it because it was out. It was about seeing how heel Monique really was and seeing that Monique was going to grab the girl and drag her ass too. And it was all in the name of the television show and for ratings because she is a desperate ploy and a seeking attention seeking cast member that does things for shock value other than be real and live live in the moment and have things going on that are interesting that we actually want to see. Do you mean to tell me a woman who was divorced from an elderly husband with 2 young children that is she's a nice looking woman who is dating and active on a scene that is in this friend group, a pioneer of this friend group, is not interesting enough on its own without having to pull tricks and stunts and shows and hypocrisy? It is hypocrisy and hypocritical for you to come at us with this Stacy bullshit, and then you go not only hop on your former co-star's son, Okay. And then you say, oh, we kissed, maybe it was a little bit more. And then you call him out and you tell us that you was going to that lady house to fuck her son in that lady's house, but now you're going after someone who was in the zeitgeist and who was in the Housewives cinematic universe. When the whole thing is, even though you don't know Kyle, and so you're gonna justify you fucking Mauricio because you don't know Kyle, Stacey don't know Monique. So then if you can fuck Mauricio and you want to holler at Mauricio, why was it a problem for Stacey to holler at, at Chris? And it wasn't because of what they made it about. It was because they was trying to get Monique to react. And Monique, that girl, is not your friend.
Again, I can't with Ashley. She does. My thing is, you want a man to have respect for you. Why didn't you respect Jackson's wishes and not discuss this? He
Because
didn't.
anything for the show. I said last week, Jay, this is how I feel. There could be a level. Listen, I'm not saying
Have
that
sex
everybody
with
needs to
whoever
come
you
on.
want, but that was just too much for me.
Okay, I'm not saying that people come on Housewives and need to be upstanding individuals. Honestly, if you're going on Housewives, let's just be call it what it is. You have a level of something in you, right? To want to be on that show, to want to do that, and it's not necessarily nice.
Attention seeker.
Well, I'm just saying it's just not like I'm not thinking people getting on nice people are just getting on Real Housewives. All of them have a streak in them, right? A streak in them that
Narcissism.
is able to be on this platform, right? However, it comes to a point, and for me, I have ignored Ashley long enough. But this season, with Karen being removed, and with the girls that have been there longer having to step up to a certain level to continue to show, because they have three new girls and four kind of like rookies and all that kind of stuff. They have a lot of newer cast members who are still acclimating to their roles if they keep them. And they've had to do a lot of heavy lifting, and that means that bringing stuff to the show, bringing conflicts, bringing things. I just have it's really skated by me for a lot of years how thirsty and how desperate that is. And when I think of what I think a real housewife is, by my definition, that's not one of them. They can have that trait, but it's like it always reeks in desperation. Like it just reeks in like 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 she's a scumbag. I'm just being honest. You know what I
He
mean? Like
is.
I don't like the smarminess of it. And I'm not saying, Jay, I kind of have a little bit of a higher tolerance for some of the things than other people do, right? And I know that you always say, well, this isn't, we're not watching the Real Housewives of Church or whatever you're going to say. And I wholeheartedly agree. But to me, I think Ashley just is just like the jig is up. I'm tired. Like I don't want her to come back.
She
I
knows
mean,
no bounds, no morals, no
fair.
integrity.
I
Maybe
think
because she didn't live under that bridge with Sheila. I don't
Okay, hold
know.
on, boo. Let me get Jay talk comment. I'm sorry, Diva.
I think for me, I
You said that's fair.
she doesn't bother me. Like
And I
nothing.
get it. She never bothered me. It's just this season. For some reason, I'm like, I'm tired. It's just been
And
this
look,
season.
everyone is, that's fair. Clearly, I operate a little bit in the gray area. I like mess like this, but Ashley's always been a freaked out nut. Like I just feel like this is the same Ashley from season 1, just packaged with wigs and Botox. Like I can't ever be outraged by Ashley. Nothing she does. I think Ashley's just like an annoying little sister, but nothing she does drives for me to the level of she needs to go. Yes, she's, she's desperate, but oh well. I don't care.
Get me somebody else. Get somebody else to do it.
Gutter butt is the correct thing to call Ashley.
All
Yeah,
right.
she a gutter joint. Like she been gutter.
I'm done. I'm done with it.
Just like her husband.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
all they were together for a reason. I do think she should dial it back a little bit.
it's off the glass. It's
I
off
mean,
glass.
I think you can tell it's very clear that she's happy to be out of that marriage. She got his money. Now she's finally having her glow up 10 years later, which took way too long for her to start
But
looking
I would
decent.
have been okay with that.
This is a glow up.
For
Ashley looks a
Ashley.
lot better than she's looked in the past.
I
Her
miss little Afro
outfit
Ashley. I miss little
at
Afro Ashley.
Kimosabi was nice.
That dry, her hair has
Now
been so dry and brittle.
that confessional with the Chanel inspired, because it ain't Chanel.
Oh,
That's
I hate
tacky
that.
as hell.
I hate that. I mean, I just say, and just like it's clear that Ashley is feeling herself now because of the first time in her life she got some freedom and some coins behind it. I definitely think she should, like girl, take it down a beat. But I just, someone said I'm too nonchalant. Yeah, shit don't bother me.
For me, she ain't no
She's
diva.
not. She's not,
Uh,
and she wants to be a diva.
and I don't really go in. I go in. I go in. Don't get me wrong, but it's just something about that. Like it's a term that they say that they use in television when a show has gone past the point of like its relevance or its believability, or like the storylines on a scripted show like are not hitting. Jump the shark. I think Ashley's jumped the shark this year for me.
That's fair.
That's what I think. Yes, that's why she's jumped the shark. I just it was just so much back to back. Normally Ashley give you one or maybe two moments a season, but this season it's been one thing after another, and it's just like, bruh. Like I found the whole thing with Josh Harlow to be disgusting, breaking up with him on national television. He didn't give him clearly she didn't give him a heads up that she was doing it. Like I found that to be weird. I found the way that she laid her sister's daddy out on television in front of her sister to be weird. I found the Jackson thing. I was gonna let it go. I was gonna say, okay, whatever. Everybody was pissed from the beginning of it. I did not switch until like, okay, now I'm pissed until she got on watch what happens live and said that shit. That's when I was like, okay, you're clearly doing this for story. You're clearly doing this for a talking point and a beat. And if everything is disposable to you in that way, and you get to be, in the words of Candace Diller Bassett, judicious in what you share on the show, and that's fine with me. But there's just certain things for me, like, come on, dog. This person not even involved in the show. Her mama not even on the show. Like, come on, bruh. And it's just like, you and your wig, get out of my life. Now the girls take a caviar bump, and Giselle says yuck to that because she doesn't like people licking themselves. Giselle also says that she has to take over the trip, and she has arranged dinner and the ladies in the executive suite at the Four Seasons, and then brunch tomorrow, and then they're getting on the airplane and getting the hell up out of there. Angel says, "Well, we need to check the schedule," and Giselle says, "Well, we have brunch and we're leaving." And then there is a Colorado standoff, and now that's what's gonna piss Angel off. It look like, do not come for her position on this trip. I do find it interesting, though, Jay and Tori B. Remember at the beginning of the episode, Angel said that she was attempting to find accommodations for the ladies, right? And
Right.
she said the Four Seasons, but she wasn't able to secure. Is that correct?
Yes.
So how did Giselle get Four Seasons secured?
She says she called her Connect.
I don't give a damn. I don't believe none of
I
that
don't think
shit.
I don't think Angel attempted to do anything.
Oh, I think that I don't think that she personally reached out to the Four Seasons, but I do think that she asked.
Production.
Yeah, that's what I goddamn think. And they told her no. And then Giselle came up there and said, well, we were going to the Four Seasons, and she got it done. And I think that is what I mean by having to have a hand in the shit. That's what I mean.
Mm.
All right. Anybody have anything they want to add? I'm going to open up the phone lines. If not, Demisio, come on and get on in and get on out. Okay. Because I got to go on. This is if you guys don't know, I'm having surgery on Thursdays. I'm stuttering now because I'm getting nervous. Send one up for your boy. Shows will go on as planned. We do have some special guests coming in to help us out while we're doing that. And of course, you'll see the faces that you always see, and we greatly appreciate it. Social media may be a little bit slow these next couple of weeks, but I'm going to get out what I can get out as the eye heals itself, and everything is going good. Some people have asked, what is it that I'm having? I am having a cornea transplant in my right eye. I have keratoconus, which means that my cone shapes like my cornea is shaped like a cone, and when light hits it, if I don't have contacts in, my vision disperses, which is why there may be typos. Or y'all know I was up here squinting all those years trying to get this stuff together. And so to this, well, Thursday we're gonna just replace it and give me a brand new one. And yeah, so I am nervous, but I've talked to a lot of people. I've gotten a lot of encouragement. So I'm going to push through with it, but I want to cancel every day. I really do. I want to cancel it so bad because I just want to cancel it. But I'm going to go through with it. And it's all in the hopes of running this channel better, running the socials better, and having a better quality of life. And so there we go. Oh, my goodness. Let her on up, Demisio. Oh, my goodness. See if Demisio gonna let her up or if I'm gonna have to do it. I'll go ahead and do it, Demisio. Don't worry about it. Kyra, girl, how have you been? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone. I hope
Oh my
everyone
goodness.
is 2026 is starting off right.
Yeah, well, what you got
Okay,
for me?
okay. I'm mostly there's no sides, but I'm mostly with Jay on the Angel situation. But we'll start with Ashley because that's where we were. That's where y'all were at. Ashley has always bothered me, and it's because I feel like that whole like I don't remember before you remember when Gollum touched somebody and her response after he was getting sued was, well, he calls my husband Zaddy. Ashley has remember she said that on the reunion stage after that man was sued for that. That's what she said. And so to me, Ashley has always been, as you say, like a scumbag, and kind of really there is such, as you say, such a desperation to her that I don't understand how she's never bothered anyone, because she's always bothered me. And especially because it was also mostly in the face of Candace, and it felt like there's a desperation to live a life that you weren't able to live, and you're working so hard to give your kids that life, but then you always turn down somebody else who already having that life. Like you're saying you don't take care of yourself, but meanwhile, the only reason you can take care of yourself now is because you married a man and had to scrump and fight and stuff for the money you got now. To the point where the reason why she was going to Teresa's house is because I'm pretty sure no man's allowed in the house that she lives in because Michael's name is on that house.
Yep.
Ooh.
There are stipulations to spending Michael's money, and that is her fault. Yes.
And yes, she wearing Versace and stuff like that, but also Ashley's already come out and said a lot of the stuff she wears is fake. And she said that.
Oh.
She said that in like one of those vertical interviews.
I do not do fake fashions.
So that's why, to me, Ashley really does bother me from a social. I know sometimes Jay says like it's not that important. Ashley bothers me from like an outside, like what she represents and stands for, and the way in which she tries to police everyone. In a way, because she would tell Candace, is that appropriate when she would call people hoes? But now all of a sudden Candace is not there. Now you're calling people hoes, calling Stacey a hoe, and all this kind of stuff. Like she just always rubbed me the wrong way, and I don't understand why she's on the show, especially with the person that she was married to and the way in which they operated on the show. Now to Angel.
She'll do anything the producers tell her to do.
Anything. I'm sorry. Yes, consent and all that stuff, but in no way in which this situation was different. Even if it was the same genders. If it was Stacey and somebody else, and she knew this boy from 15, the way in which Ashley and Giselle would be riding that to the wheels fall off.
Yeah, that's true now. They would.
Personally, I like people who do anything that the producers say. That's just me.
Okay, we have to have some standards. Okay, Angel.
I like flawed people. I like flawed people. I like people, y'all know it. I like people who get in the mud. I like people who backbite.
No, because Ashley always bothered me because she'll be the person who'll go on Twitter and be starting stuff, and then when somebody claps back, oh my God, you were texting me while I was giving birth. Heifer, you the one who started this stuff on Twitter. So again, it's the same kind of issue I have with Angel of you big Billy, and then when somebody actually comes to you, then all of a sudden you're the victim. And Angel kind of reads the same way to me, because Chase, because Chase, I totally get you're saying who she is and who she can be, she's the one to be for that show, but I thought that's a lie. We're all multifaceted. The same Angel that was on that golf cart in Nevis, going off about that girl, telling Jazzy, calling her nappy head, stringy head, and all that kind of stuff, is the same Angel now who likes the fly fishing. They're one of the things. She called the lady stringy haired or something like that.
She called her stringy hair. I don't forget. I'm gonna go back and watch.
But anyway, the main thing is she was going in and she was loud enough where people were hearing her and wondering what was she going off on. So now we're not gonna pretend like she's all meek and mild and she doesn't know how to go against people and all that kind of stuff. And yes, I totally understand production, but I'm also in the sense that She is a Monique. Because I'm sorry, I've seen one too many interviews where her story has changed about this housing situation. First, oh, it was a couple's trip, and that's why the housing changed last minute, and that's the only thing that was available. First of all, half of that doesn't make sense because it was a couple's trip. That means you needed a bigger house, for one. Then it was, oh, well, yes, production gave me a list. She did say this. Production gave me a list. There was a house closer to me, and then the house that they ended up with. But it didn't make any sense to me for the women to be closer to me. I thought they should be closer to the activities. That don't make no sense because they still have to wait an hour and some change for you to get to them. She said that. She said there was a house closer to her, and she picked the other one, which does not mean that she knows there are water issues. But that also means you are somebody who runs a business that are on experiences and people luxuriating and all this kind of stuff. So what idiot plans a trip where someone's over an hour and a half away from them in the mountains where they need a well and cell service as well? Because the whole point why, to me, it's like she set herself up for failure is the fact that, okay, when there is an issue, who's going to be able to reach out to you? You're not at 9 o'clock. Because say the thing ended at 7:30. Let's say they got to their home at 9 o'clock. You gonna tell me in the middle of the night she's gonna be driving out an hour and a half and some change to get to them to see what's going on? Like this to me, this does not make any sense, especially for someone who says they run a business and this is like their bread and butter. And honestly, she came on the show to launch the business in Maryland, which is the reason why she's even moving there. So I don't even know if she's gonna still be on the show. But again, it doesn't make any sense. Okay, I sent the project property manager and electrician. Okay, so they leave your home and they get to the place and you don't think to call anybody to see, hey, they were over there. Is anything good? Is everything still good? You got water, you got light, is the AC working? You don't check on nobody the entirety of the rest of the night. Which also leads me to believe why Wendy would say, you just need to tell us you don't like us. Because at this point in time, why would I send you back to a place that you're telling me the water's not working and I'm not going to reach out to nobody, make sure everything's good? And I don't send out anything for you for the whole night and the next day until I'm on the plane. I would cuss her ass too if the first time I see you and hear from you, hear an apology is when I'm on the plane. That's almost over 12 hours. That's ridiculous. That don't make any sense to me. And then she doesn't know how to, but you knew how to walk up your behind to Giselle and tell Giselle you still have an issue with Wendy about some shit she didn't do. But now we don't know how to speak. And I'm sorry, I don't get the bullying thing. Wendy had to drop the baby season 5, then came on season 6, had her mommy makeover because she decided she was going to start for her kids. Real regular stuff. People have mommy makeovers. Giselle and Robin and Ashley were saying she did it because her husband was cheating because he followed these Instagram booty models. She lost her brain. Where did the degrees go? Calling her for everything but a child of God. She was stupid now because she wanted a little bit of behind and titties. She got called catfish, and Giselle apologized, and we were still talking about it at the event for the reasonably shady thing. And then she was trying to blame it on Wendy. If this is bullying, I'm sorry that she was not meant for this show because the other girls have been through worse. Which is not to say that it is right, but it's just to say that the way in which people are calling Angel does not make any sense to me. Because even the eviction thing, that's crappy. But also, Angel got to learn how to lie. She got to learn how to lie. But the eviction thing, to me, is real regular, like we trying to come from your money, like real regular housewife stuff. Not to say it's not nice, and not to say we can't go back and forth about it, but it's not bullying to me.
They were really offended about the eviction comment, Kyra.
They were.
I'm just telling you what I know.
Oh, then step your lips up because you're the idiot sitting there talking about, oh yeah, the lease was up before I knew. What? People are going to think you got kicked out. Instead of just saying, oh, I thought we would find a house in time and we didn't. Instead, for some weird reason, you're making up these weird lies about how you signed a lease agreement and did not know when the date in it. And you just stayed in the house until the lady texts you. You looking to be set up. Which again, people are saying she should have watched the show beforehand, which I'm pretty sure she did. But it's still it's not in the realm in which I feel like people are now trying to coddle her for. And especially for the way in which I've seen her talk in her interviews, talk in the confessionals, talk in the after show. It feels like somebody who wants to play weak or someone who is not used to having to fight for their position, if that makes sense. If some of the rumors are to be true about how she acted in WAGs and stuff like that, it just feels like she's not used to actually having to step the lips up. And now people are actually confronting her. She doesn't know what to do, but she knows what to do though, if those people are not in front of her face. And that's a problem for me because you got all this lip and then you're still lying about stuff. In interviews, you're saying the reason why you had an issue with the reason why you were going back and forth with Wendy is because Wendy had her attitude in front of your face and Giselle and Ashley did everything behind your back. What?
Well, I think this though, Kyra, I think that, I love you to death. And I think that you have brought up some really excellent points. I do. I think all of those things are true. I think
don't
everything that you've said is true. I think everything that I've said is true as well. And I think when you mix all of that together, it's a pretty shitty soup sandwich, isn't it?
it is, but I don't know if she's. Maybe she needs to get on a new wags. Maybe she can go ahead and like put together another wag show. I miss the wag show on E! I love that show. Maybe she needs to do that because I
I,
don't know about this.
That girl needs to stop doing all them sound baths and go hiking and get in the real world.
I
I'm
just
trying
don't
to.
think reality television is for her. I think that she would have been great for a nature podcast.
Oh, a podcast. I thought you were gonna say like another show that was about her. You want to see a
No,
podcast? You want to see a podcast?
yes,
Maybe a
I don't
Sunday
think
school
reality
teacher.
TV is for her.
She need to be a Sunday school teacher. Go on,
I
go.
don't think so. I think that if I think because we saw Jazzy in DC and I got to see how she gathered Mia in person, you know what I mean? I
Mm.
it really, to me, I think that she's good TV to me, and I understand the critiques that everyone has of her, but it's different when you kind of are like in the room with it, if that makes sense. And
Yeah,
she carried herself like she
you
should
know,
be on television.
I don't have
And
a problem with Jazzy.
oh no, I
I feel
was
like she
reading
could
the
be on
comment.
TV.
I'm sorry, I
Oh,
was reading
okay.
the comment. I apologize.
I
Yeah.
can. I'm neither here nor there with Jazzy. It's just, I guess, I was watching. I'm just like, are we losing our minds? I'm like, are you not expecting her to get cussed out when people cannot wash their behinds and cannot flush
Oh
the
no, no,
toilet?
no, 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 no. Like I said earlier, when Wendy was going in on her, I backed off. I think that the way in which Giselle spoke to her, it just would have
I can,
it wouldn't have
I
been
can get that.
conducive. Yeah,
I
it
think,
wouldn't have been
I
conducive
guess my issue is that they're
to a
like they're
peaceful conversation.
conflating this, like
Yeah.
how in which Giselle went in, they're conflating it with now. Oh my gosh, she's just been bullied this whole time. And again, as somebody who's a ride or dyer and like doesn't like Giselle and stuff like that, I'm sorry, I just can't see it. Catfish and eviction does not equal bullying to me on Real Housewives.
If you're not built for it,
Yes, if you're not built for it, I guess. If
yeah.
you're not built,
All right,
they.
Carol. I really thank you so much for like coming in. I like, whoa.
I miss you all. I've been
miss
catching up. I
you.
just miss you live. I've been missing you live. I've been watching and liking.
Okay. Well, we are grateful to have you. We do Real Housewives of Beverly Hills on Saturdays. And listen, you guys don't care for the season, but I've been having a ball because all I've been doing is reading the girls around the one, and it's been fun this season to do it. So we hope to see you everywhere that we are. We love you so much. This is Kyra Shaw, attorney at law, and one thing about it, she was on Erica Jane ass, baby. Do you hear what I'm saying to you?
Yes,
So,
yes. Block it.
and yeah, she clocked the girls, and we love you. I hope to have you come around some more. We always love to hear you. Okay.
Yeah, you guys have a nice night. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Oh my God, I love her. That's why I let her go as long as she want to go because I love her. All right, Demisio, come on. But you do have 30 seconds on the clock.
Anybody who cusses out Erica Jane is good with me.
Oh, baby. Oh, well, go back and watch that review.
Because
you got something you want to say? Who you feeling like? Okay.
He moaning over there?
I don't know what he's doing. So I just took that down.
Where
I
you
don't know what
been?
that was about.
Reviewing Beverly Hills. Go check the channel out.
Who said that?
Sean.
You know, the people haven't cussed me out in the comments a lot lately. I almost don't like that.
Oh, TKC ain't here to help you. He was swinging on people for you.
You know, the girls be ready to rip me a new one. Come on, y'all.
Starry Award.
Okay, you gonna give me 5 seconds to get it together?
Okay, go ahead.
You better watch that tone.
Bad eye. Give him a minute.
You better watch that tone. Only thing, girl, baby, the way I almost said something, baby. I had to get, baby. Let me, woo, the way you almost got red.
You better have a good eye. It's fine.
The way you almost got red to the floor.
You've been more quiet.
We're trying to work. You know, listen, I'm damned if I do, damned if I'm not. Okay. I'm either sitting here being too quiet, or I'm calling these women everything but a child of God, and I gotta hush.
You need to do better. That's all I say. That's all I mean. Do better, baby.
Nasty little bitch.
I hope she ain't flopped at the reunion.
Oh, what did you just say? What did he say?
Oh, I said I'm just I have just a nasty little evil mouth.
Oh yeah, it's
part of my charm.
Unruly. Um, hey, you guys. I don't even know how to say this, but we were nominated for a reality television starry award. Um, yeah, so go vote for it.
That's not helpful. Where's
Okay,
the
no.
link to vote?
Honestly, we were really really honored to receive a nomination for most consistent YouTube channel or most consistent something. What is it? This is it
Yeah,
most
most
consistent.
consistent YouTube, I believe.
Okay. Yes, and that means that you guys recognize someone nominated us and recognized our hard work here on the platform. We do Potomac, we do Beverly Hills, we do Married to Medicine, we do Salt Lake City, we do Hot Topics. And so we're here at least for 3 to 4 nights a week. And then if things break, we're here as well. Plus our round the clock coverage on our socials as well. We just hit 95,000 a day on Facebook, y'all. So woo. We coming for the 100. We coming for the 100. But yeah, so I want to thank you guys so much for recognizing all of our hard work. Because it is hard work, unless you're Jay, to come up here and
Listen, cussing is hard work, okay?
yeah, it is. Oh my god, just hard.
Listen,
Oh my god, it's just hard. Okay, but to get up here and do it, but it makes it worth our while to do it with you people in the lounge and the people who watch, as well as worth it when we get recognized because we do it still. Whether we get the recognition or the money, we do it because we love it. But the recognition sure feel good, don't it? So you guys go ahead and I'll post it tomorrow so you guys can begin voting for us. The voting period is open. We need everybody all across the world calling out around the world. We need y'all to pick y'all fingers up and vote, okay? And the people are saying that I don't know what he says. So I'm gonna just keep talking. The people said, the people say, we need to do some what do you call it? A Patreon.
Oh yeah,
So
Patreon.
we'll think about
Love
that. All right. With that being said, I'm tired. Got a long day, had a long weekend, and I got a long week ahead. So, all
good
right, you
luck.
guys. Thank you so much. What did you say?
I said good luck. You'll be fine. You're
Oh,
sending you
thank you.
love
Yes.
and
Good
prayers.
recovery. You'll be
Good
fine.
recovery.
Have
Asking you.
anybody had surgery before?
I have. I have.
Okay, thank you. So I've never had it, so that's why I'm so nervous.
You'll be all right.
When I had surgery, they put me under, and
Yeah,
I mean,
they'll
I was
put you under,
nervous.
baby.
Yeah.
Once they put you under, you ain't gonna worry about nothing, child.
But when
And
I
it
come out, how was
feels
your
so
recovery
good.
process, Ray?
Yeah, I had
Um,
oral surgery too.
mine wasn't. Well, mine wasn't bad. I mean, I was a little grog when I came out of it. I was looking like, child. You would have thought they gave me whatever Sheila allegedly took. I was. I was in and out of it. It was fine. It was fine. You'll be fine. Just rest. We'll hold down. No chaser for you, diva.
Oh my god, I'm a little nervous now. Oh my god, I don't know if I can leave my channel these people.
Demisio, why would you say that? Now, time to cut the cord. Good day.
What did he say?
Does he? Do he be in his body when stuff be happening?
I'm just like, why would you say that?
Okay.
Demisio. Anyway, child, time to go. He done killed the whole movie.
Bless his
No,
heart.
I'm gonna be. It's yeah, they're doing. I guess it's called anesthesia. Oh my god, what
You're
if
going
it's
under anesthesia, you'll be fine.
You'll be
what if
fine.
it's Anne Marie who's doing it?
Stop. I'm stop.
Um,
Stop.
Bye, y'all. All right,
Bye.
thank y'all so much. Oh, who? What is that?
who?
I don't know what kind of surgery it is either.
Ain't no
You electomy?
you. Oh no, ain't there a lady part like that? No, no, it's not.
All right, bye.
Good night.